Alright, so you find yourself in an auto accident and you just don't know what to do, right? You're a little bit frustrated, you don't really know what's happening, no one's communicating with you as well as they ought to, or maybe you just don't know what to do next. Well, my name is Beaux Pilgrim with Beaux Knows Insurance, and I'm gonna walk you through 5 things that you need to know to make your claims process go smoother. That way that your auto insurance claim that you have can go a lot smoother. Number 1 is going to be, you need to make sure that you involve the police. The reason you want to do that is, one is you just need to make sure that you have a police report. That way you have a record of what happened. Now it is hearsay. The report is, the police is just going to come up and they're going to see what happened. They're going to describe it, do a diagram, and then they're going to listen to both of y'all what you said that happens, and you're going to say what you think happened. They're going to say what they thought happened. And the reality is that's just going to become a piece of the puzzle as the adjusters try to figure out who's at fault, who should be responsible, and what happened. So make sure you get that police report, because it's going to have other important information on there. Like, it's going to have the names of both of the parties that were involved in it. If there are multiple parties, they'll have their names in it too. It'll have the vehicle information. They'll have the details about where the accident actually happened. It will have the details about the vehicles, who owned them, who the insurance companies are. All this information will be contained on that single document that will be a part of the process. It does not determine who's at fault. But, the police officer can't determine. They can't say, well, you're at fault and you're not. They can't do that. That's the court's ability. They do that, and also the insurance companies will solve that. But it will be a piece of the puzzle that will help to formulate whether, who's going to be at fault, who's going to pay. The second thing is going to be to take notes and pictures. Hey, look, take pictures. Take pictures before anything is moved. You need to take pictures. Now, I know you don't want to look odd out there with your cell phone taking pictures and thinking like, oh gosh, they're going to sue me or something like that. But hey, you need to take care of you, and you need to make sure that you document this situation perfectly, because those vehicles are not going to be like that anymore. And once you're talking to the adjusters down the road, no one's going to be going back and look and just say, okay, well, I see that car hit you right there or whatever. They won't be able to see the damage or other things like that. They won't be able to see how hard it was or what the intersection looked like. So take pictures and then take notes. Write down things. If anybody saw it, hey, get their name and number from them. Whoever the other person is, ask them for their information. Trade insurance information with each other. Trade contact information with each other. This will help the process along. If they're, a sensible person, all the people that are sensible inside of the accident, they shouldn't mind sharing that information, and this will help the process go a lot smoother. Number 3 is just knowing the process. So you turn the claim into your insurance agency, right? And you've told them, hey, I've had an auto accident. They're going to start asking you some questions. They're going to want to know what happened. They're going to help you get the claim reported. This is when you also need to ask, hey, what is the claims process? Help me to understand. And they should be telling you what's going to happen, who's going to take care of the claim, who's going to be calling you next, and also what's going to be the process as far as getting your vehicle looked at to get it appraised for how much damage, who's going to be determining fault, how much time you should expect before you're able to get your car fixed, as well as also getting paid for your damages to your car. They should be able to outline all of this information for you to help you to understand what that process is going to look like. That way you're not left wondering, right? Because if your mind is just wandering and you don't know that, well, it's going to be 3 days before they come and look at your car. Well, you may be wondering on day 2, like, well, am I ever going to hear from somebody? They will help you understand what the process will be, and then also they'll stay involved if you need them. Understand, the claim is handled by the insurance company, but your agent should stay involved and know what's happening. That way they can help you if you're needed. That's part of what their job is to help you if there's a problem with your claim, to move it along. Now, when I say problem, it may be just that whoever the adjuster is maybe is having a hard time getting the other party, having a hard time figuring out the cost because of maybe a a special, special part that they need for the vehicle or something like that. But, but just know that the agent will help you stay in that loop and just, help you to understand what's going on. So number four is going to be, ask for supervisor's information. Whoever your adjuster is, ask them for the supervisor's information. Just tell them, hey, look, I just want it that way. If you're not in, I just need to know something. Like maybe the body shop is asking me for something and I can't get you. I need to be able to get somebody. Here's a couple things that are gonna happen. One is you're gonna put them on alert that, okay, you're serious, you got my boss's information. That's gonna make sure that they take care of the process correctly, right? That's gonna help motivate them. But also it helps protect you, so that way if something happens to whoever that person is, maybe they're just out sick, then you got somebody else you can talk to so you can know, hey, how's my claim coming? The number 5 is going to be understanding the settlement. Look, I'm going to tell you, those settlements are complicated. They're very lengthy. They're going to lay out a lot of different things. It's going to talk about actual cash value, parts, all these different things, and you may not understand them. Hey, it is okay. It is perfectly fine. Your adjuster should not mind at all if you call them and just say, hey, look, okay, I got my settlement. I don't understand it. Help me understand, what does this mean about me? Like, are you gonna fix my car or not? Is it gonna be totaled or not? How long is it gonna take to repair it? Do I have to use a special body shop? All these different questions, it's okay for you to ask. They don't mind, as long as you just, go ahead and just call them and just say, hey, look, I just don't understand this. Or if you do think you understand something but it doesn't make sense to you, or you just want to clarify it, hey, call them and say, look, this is what I think you're saying. I just want to make sure. How much time do I have, to settle this out? And then, is there any sort of recoverable depreciation or anything like that? What about rental car? All those are questions that you need to be asking. If you're involved in a not at fault accident, the other people are at fault and taking care of the damages, I think it's perfectly fair for you to ask about time off. If you're gonna have to miss work because of this accident, they should reimburse you. They will provide you with a rental car. They will fix all the different things that are wrong with your car because of the accident. So that's number 5. So let's run back through them real quick. So number 1 is police. Get the police involved. They need to come out, do a report. Number 2 is going to be take notes and pictures. Hey, be the guy. Take your phone out. Use the notes app. Maybe do a voice memo. Also take pictures or take a video and talk it out. Just walk around, talk it out. And, that's all perfectly legitimate. There's no law against you doing that. Do it to help protect yourself and provide that information to whoever the adjuster is. Number 3 is going to be know the claim process. Ask your agent what is the process, so that way you know what's going to be happening, what you should expect, what the timelines are going to be, and all that sort of stuff. Number 5 is ask for supervisor's information. Number 4 is ask for supervisor's information. That way you just have a backup of someone to talk to. And number 5 is know the settlement. Hey, ask about the settlement, ask questions about it, make sure that it's crystal clear to you. Don't allow that claim to be closed and you don't understand what's happening. I hope this video has helped you out. My name again is Beaux Pilgrim with Beaux Knows Insurance. Hey, if this video helped you out, if you like it, hit that thumbs up, please. And then also make sure you subscribe to this channel. We leave videos here all the time that help you to understand more about your insurance. Hey, you pay a lot for your insurance. You deserve to understand about your insurance policy. Until next time, I appreciate you watching and I hope you have a great day.